Anyway, as in, what's up? This is the next part. Please go check out the previous part. This cousin of mine went and took out a death curse on me because of the prospect of me getting old and getting my life with a new batch of human beings altogether, like a brand spanking new life, while yena asala ko morago le ka regret. That's just the thing about, you know, the dynamic between victim and perpetrator. The victim, upon you ransacking their lives, will indeed be heartbroken and devastated over what you did, and there will always be just that sorrow, a void in their hearts over the loss of you, thanks to your indiscretions, right? Mara, a clear conscience makes all the difference in the quality of their lives. By mere virtue of having not been the one to commit the abominable, they can actually move on, get that husband, get those new friends, get that new church community, get that new, like, entire new brand spanking new ecosystem that was not the one with which you came up on the rise. They can carry on impilo zabo kakuhle nje noma kune void ngoba, you know, cousin from birth akakho, because innocent lumuntu, their conscience is clear. However, an individual that is the perp, the one that drove the knife into the heart, the one that drove the knife into the back, that cheeky, yeah, or that duty, yeah, no. Cousin in later years. The void is not just a small little prick in the heart, but it is a gaping canyon. It is empty, it is ominous, there is a vortex twisting in it. There are all different kinds of ominous entities also ransacking it. It's also itchy, because every so often it's crawled on by spiders. Yeah, no. How only the one that caused the massacre. I bane iliwe namo life thing or causing this situation. You are going to have a far more painful lifestyle, and there is a story of that nature in the Bible indeed. Joseph was betrayed by his brothers, right? And he was thrown into slavery. The dude was in a great deal of sorrow all throughout his life until he got up, or from that point going forward, until he had his baby. He was married away from his family, and he had his first child away from the fam, and he named that baby Manasseh, and he said, because the Lord has made me forget the pain of my father's household. So the void in his heart was there indeed, but it was, you know, alleviated, but his conscience was clear, and he had accepted that this happened. It would have been great if my family was here, but they're not. But now I don't have to feel a great deal of sorrow because I've got a great brand spanking new beautiful life to go and live now in the future. But think about the lives of Judah in the middle of Joseph's incarceration in Egypt. Think about the lives of Levi. Think about the lives of Naphtali. Think about the lives of his brothers. They just had this guilt, and their lives sucked. Like, Judah was just this like adulterate dude with like inconsistency and instability. Him and that prostitute, like, just life was rough. When you're holding guilt, when your brother is no longer around or almost stabbing in the back, you can't just live a life feeling normal. There will always be a gaping canyonic wound that is essentially inconsolable. It just does not close. It keeps gaping and gaping, and it yawns further and further. The longer you go, the more the years progress there since your last insufferable deed of darkness that caused your brother his freedom type thing. Yeah, my cousin is like Judah, like Levi, like Naphtali, like the brothers, frankly, of Joseph. Guilty, that much is a fact. And she is also everybody that is around. Yes, guys, it's exactly similar to losing a boy or a girlfriend or a boyfriend, whatever, right? Like ex that does not know what he had till it's gone. Like, you're sitting next to a cheeky now, Musha, and it's just not karabo. When you text her more than 3 times a day, she's like, you're smothering me, come on, keep it light. We're still kind of testing things. Meanwhile, when you guys started out, you could not get enough of each other. You literally start to compare and compare and compare. Well, similarly too, as with a guy that loses immediate dala because he was a douchebag. Yeah, so too is it with losing a friend with whom you shared so much. Other girls rock up and you just can't be yourself around them entirely. Top of that, they're brand spanking new, so they don't have the memories you had in the come up, on the run up. Like when you lose a friend that was from high school or a friend that was from primary, one with whom you grew up together, ashy need and all that, like chigago le kom banana. Yeah, no, they can't quite relate with all of that, those nuances. They don't remember you and how it is that you have transformed over time. All they have met is this new version of you. They have met the new witchy version of you, the version of you that got an ill-gotten gained job, the version of you that is what is this kind of elitist, hey, in the sense that your friends, because you all have Instagram accounts that have got 500,000 followers each, but not the friend that is there at about standard one, not the friend that was there that and parents could not figure out between the two of you, the friend that knew you when you had nothing, school uniform, the friend that covered for you, that friend that entered into a fight, a street fight, go partying. Yeah, no, that chick is no longer here. And she was your friend in simpler times, when money was not what determined who you become friends with, when social media clout was not what determined who you become friends with, but by mere virtue of being birds of a feather, peas in a pod, essentially made of the same cloth, you just get along. That's why you're friends now. They literally abangan mom that have bewitched the living daylights out of me. They've lost that kind of friend. Abantu change when they get older because of the acquisition of money and what money can buy for you. They literally, out of the classism that is induced in your bones by the acquisition of money, you start to compete and then downplay or underestimate certain of your friends when they don't quite crack the corporate whip fast enough like you, when they don't buy their car as fast as you do, when they don't get married as quickly as you do. And in that classist little mindset, gather up for yourself now that you are a married woman, other married women. Because underestimated because she's a single woman, and so on and so forth. And that when life has more moved on and on and on, that's when you then wake up to the recognition and the realization that I can't even talk and be real with myself. Literally let my take off the bra and let my breasts just kind of dangle. Gibe calm in the presence of this chick, because she expects me to look like I've just got 24-hour pert breasts despite having 3 children. Like the kind of chick that you're always pouting with, because lip fillers 24 hours a day. Chika wa Kylie Jenner wa Khale. You can't not have those fillers in your face in the presence of this friend, because she doesn't know you without them. The friend that doesn't know you without your face beat or mokang the smallest little bump of acne on your face. The friend also hobonosa bara wiki. The friend that you can't be naked in the presence of because you're so competitive with your bodies that if she sees that stretch mark on your buttock, you can't be in her presence. That friend is just hard to be real in the presence of. You can't take your breasts out of bra jail because you can't take your bra off in front of her. Where's Karabo on that day? They show me that you gather for yourself because of clout and influence. You can't rest pamkwa akwazi by yourself, and these people ditch for the sake of status. Those people, Baloi, the living daylights out of Batobachale. Some of them end up passing away. Abapilayo, abazengeni, abahubat. And now when you want to retract back to that girl that you could be easy in the presence of, and so because Harigeni obata jononga tlhokafale, azanka le rumor lo yaker, azanka le rumor lo itsibisa di calabash le di beatsy, azanka le rumor lo izo bola batho ka dipili ko occulting tse di tlhabang ka dithipa go tswe mati, azanka le rumor lo gona hema somehow strangely motla sa metsi and see a city under the sea, azanka le rumor lo nwa madi abatho liketsa Hannibal Lecter, azanka le roma hore in the spirit of acquiring whatever under heaven it is that the occult can give you, liketsa batho ba krensha that are unrecognizable in terms of your personality and your character. Angintumanga mina ukubanyoza azisa amagama wamasangoma wonke la emgaqweni at Johannesburg, because now you keep on going from pillar to post to find a stronger witch to do a stronger spell on that one cousin of yours that just so happens to resist e-bells akho ngoba ngumzalwane angikuthumanga, sisters. So now that you've lost it all, hade buddy, I am sorry that awuthandazekeli ke go zamme ka thapelo ga o rapelegedi jwanong ke ha modimo aka go khurmetsa himself. Let his mercies cover you and console you, because right now I am finding it difficult in myself to console you, because I am inconsolable currently given the level of devastation and torment you have brought into my life. I am without family now today because of you. In and of myself I am inconsolable, so I can't help you. I am grieving and mourning for doing the work of the Lord for good. However, you are mourning and grieving for doing the work of Satan. 2 different people there. If the righteous are scarcely saved, what then for the ungodly and the sinner? You are currently with worldly guilt that leads to death, and so I can't help you. Next part.